We're at the Alberta High School Cheerleading Championships, where, as one can expect, a spontaneous outpouring of cheerfulness occurred. Unfortunately, in the Calgary area, both the University of Calgary and the Calgary Board of Education think that cheerleading is too dangerous. Shay does have a team in cheerleading, however. Is it true that cheerleading is a dangerous sport?
Very dangerous. You see some pretty weird injuries sometimes, and I mean, throwing people in the air and catching them, you're going to get bruises all the time. People, you know, injure themselves all the time.
What are some of the injuries that have happened on your team in the last year or so?
Just the normal sprained ankles, injured knees, that type of thing. Nothing too major, but we try to keep it as safe as we can, and when we're learning new stunts, we tend to keep extra spotters around just in case something happens, so that someone is there, and so you don't have the sort of major injuries that you could see happening.
Cheerleading is just as dangerous as football, as hockey, as any other sport. Even gymnastics is dangerous. I think that maybe if they took time and you know, came and experienced what we do and, you know, studied, researched actually what we do, then they would get a better idea, maybe lift the band.
What's the most serious injuries you've seen from any of your teammates at any level?
The most serious I've seen was a girl on our team broke her arm. She completely shattered one of her main bones in her forearm.
Have either of you ever had any major injuries, or what injuries have you had?
Well, just maybe like well, not really, just I've been hit really hard one time. I couldn't feel side of my face for a while. So that's the worst injury I've had so far. But other than that, it's really safe if you know what you're doing.
For me, only just a slight concussion when the top came down. And yeah, so it wasn't too bad, but you know, came up right after it, got back doing it.
I personally haven't been injured, but like I was saying, it's often a concern with the tops because they're the ones in the air and they're the ones that you're worried about hitting the ground and hurting themselves, which is definitely a concern, but the people on the bottom definitely get hurt a lot too. When if something comes down funny, you're worrying about catching them and you get booted in the nose, or we've had black eyes, bleeding noses regularly at practices. One of our girls got a cut across her eye trying to catch someone and make sure that they didn't hit the ground.
Of course, for the participants, the risks are all worth it, as cheerleading is all about having a good time. From Strathmore High School at the Alberta Provincial Championships with UTV Sports, this is Jeff Townsend.